Hello everyone, this is another video on SDWAN. Um, Last video we discussed you know, we discussed how to automate the process again. We discussed about how to pull the configuration using ZTP for virtual edges or PNP for the cEdges, and we did discuss about manual bootstrap using a USB drive for certain models, right? And unfortunately, I've tried to work this outside the lab environment, and I wasn't able to make it work. Neither I wasn't able to work PNP, right? Read a lot of documentation and manual bootstrap I've tried, and I can show you some of the. Let me see. So the idea was to create a file with this configuration, okay, and I did, right, with this naming convention, right. Let me show you, right. So this was a bootstrap configuration that was generated through the vSmart, right. If you watch the previous video, you would see that this was completed from the the manager, okay. And then certificates were also provided within this snippet configuration, okay. I use SCP to transfer this configuration, right. And I try to boot, right. I try to boot. Generally, when you reset configuration, it tells you, it reboots and tells you which, if it should boot from a configuration to boot flash. So let me go back to the documentation that mentioned that. So okay, go back, yeah, right here, right. So this is manual generic bootstrap, right. You generate a bootstrap configuration on the manager, right, and you boot the device with this configuration, okay. We did that. After the device connect to SD-WAN manager, you complete the onboarding using the Cisco SD-WAN, the manager GUI, right. So the bootstrap configuration contains device-specific configuration settings requiring you to generate a bootstrap configuration for each device that you must onboard, okay. Multiple Cisco IOS XC devices, okay. Generate bootstrap configuration omits device-specific details such as the device UID and provides setting that iOS XC Catalyst SD-WAN device can use to connect to the SD-WAN validator. Okay, and if you go back and you look at this configuration that was generated, you see the VBON, the validator. VBON is validator, right? And you see the interface of choice, which is IP'd right now through DHCP, right? Because you obtain your IP configuration through DHCP. And no, it's not. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, that's because it's not set to DHCP. Config transaction, right? All right. Okay. Oh. Yeah, beat Ethernet 1. Maybe it's gonna take. It's case sensitive. I don't know why. But there we go. And then commit. Alright, so you should see it get an IP address in few. Right. interestingly enough, yeah, see, you got an IP address, right, and then you even got the route. See. So interesting enough, so I can even get to the I can get to the vmanage. I mean the validator, right? So right. So interesting enough, when you do, let's go back to the document. All right. Use the Cisco, the manager to generate configuration file. Copy the configuration file to a bootable USB drive and plug the drive into a device, or copy the configuration to the boot flash of a device. And that's what we did. Boot the device. And that's what we did, right? So boot the device. Our reload should have done that. Let's try again. A reload should have done that. The reload should have caused the catalyst edge switch upon bootstrapping, or initial boot up, to get to, from startup, and look at the configuration that is in the boot flash with the right naming convention. And this naming convention, I did some research, and it is Cisco SDWAN .cfg. Okay. All right. So device requirements. Supported Cisco SD-WAN image must be installed on the device. The device must be in its factory state with no added configuration. Right. That's exactly what it was. To perform the bootstrap process for the device, upload the chassis ID and the serial number of the device SD-WAN to Cisco, the manager. Well, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Because you can get that from your Cisco Smart account, right? But right now we're in a lab environment, and I have to artificially generate these numbers. Okay, so this was done already when we bootstrap the configuration under manager, under the manager. Okay, if you are using your own enterprise root certificate, which we are, cloud certificate authorization. Let's see. Setting. Click when Edge cloud certificate authorization. It's still loading. Manual save. Okay, you generate the bootstrap certificate authorization. When Edge cloud certificate authorization. When Edge cloud certification. This, okay. Automated vmanage sign. And what do they want? Let me see. Click manual and save. Interesting. Save. Okay. Let's go back again to configuration devices. So this is a cEdge one. I think you can go to export bootstrap and see what generate a configuration, and let me see what it looks like. Alright, let me see. I'm trying to extract this file so I can see the configuration. I'll show it to you guys once I got it out. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so it's interestingly enough, it's the same. Oh wow. Yeah, it is not any different from the configuration that was initially bootstrapped, right? I think if we go back up, let me go back up, I'll show you guys. There it is. See, he had the same config, right? There's nothing different. Nothing. Okay. Probably except for the certificates, right? Anyways. Let's wait for this to come up. Let's go back to the document. We don't have an existing template for cEdge. I don't believe we do. Generate cloud init. In the dialog, choose cloud init and click OK. This is what we've done. See, this is where rename it to Cisco SDWAN.cfg, right? Copy that to a boot flash or to boot flash, and we did that. Boot the device. Configure from the USB drive boot flash and use the configurator for it to come up on the network. The device gives priority to a configuration file that is on its boot flash, and that's what we did. And that didn't work. All right. And then it goes on to talk about OTP and public key for the PNP. Okay. All right. So we're not going to cover that because I don't have the ability to test that. All right. So this got an IP already, which is good. On boot up. Oh. PNP discover stop startup config present. Okay, that's good news. It looks like it may have worked. Huh. Okay. Hopefully we got that configured now. Okay. I think that, oh boy, okay. SDWAN error timeout waiting for admin response. Updated response, result 0. I don't know whatever that means. Some sort of errors. To read initial config. New admin password not set yet, waiting for daemon to read initial configuration. But he did read it over here, right? I should have added and modified this file. Hold on, where is it? I think it's somewhere here. There. Right? At least that tells me that he found it. Plug and play, right? Startup configuration within the... Alright, so we're in. Let's see what it looks like. Let me make this bigger. If the vbond has been configured. At least I had that information and the certificate, so... PD ship, no. I've got some certificates, but don't look like any of the certificates that was in that file. Okay. Okay, I don't have a system configuration at all, and I think that the... Yeah, I don't have any. Okay, so that didn't work. So we'll have to configure this manually. Okay, and then we'll revisit this eventually, right? So what I'll need to go over would be the how this works. How do you configure a cEdge compared to a vEdge, right? pretty different configuration. Okay, so we'll start with services, because we have to configure, well, not services in general, but we'll start with the baseline configuration. We'll copy it from the vEdge or an existing, but let's configure the tunnels. Oh, config transaction, I keep forgetting, it's not so so we have already the interface. I think interface, let me check what gig one, let's see what it is, what the configuration is. I don't know if I've put a description. I like descriptions because they help me quickly figure out. Show run interface, or show configuration. Interface U1 maybe. No, okay, let's go back. Okay, is it okay? So what we'll do is we'll configure it real quick. It connects to G03 and PLS, right? Okay, and then we're gonna commit. Okay, we're gonna go into SDWAN. Under SDWAN, this is how you configure the interface. The tunnel, sorry, the tunnel interface. Oops, that's wrong. Where we configure the tunnel interface information. So this is gonna be color base internet, right? Remember, that's restrict. I think that's what we did. And then allow service all. Show configuration quickly. Okay, so we have to enable BGP, allow service BGP because we need that, allow service SSHD, we need that, allow service netconf, that's for configuration push or orchestration, allow service, we're gonna do NTP, we're not doing stun, allow service BFD. Okay, we're not doing stun because we're not going through a NAT. Okay, commit. Okay. All right. It says stun on encapsulation. Oh, I have to. Yeah, that's right. Encapsulation, right? IPsec. Okay, perfect. Commit. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that one. Oh, what is he saying? SD1 interface, no tunnel interface found with tunnel source set. Okay. I may have to go back and do interface tunnel 1. Okay, we're gonna create a tunnel. Alright. Oh, interface tunnel. Can I create a tunnel here? Or it's gotta be under SD. Oh no, it's gotta be under SD-WAN. I keep forgetting that. SD-WAN, right? Alright. Interface tunnel 1. Interface tunnel. Let me see if we got a. Okay, that's not good. Gigabit Ethernet 1, right? Tunnel interface. Let me see if okay, we're gonna do color base internet restrict, allow all service, allow BGP, allow netconf, allow NTP, allow SSHD, allow BFD. What else were we missing? Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can go to do interface. Why can't I encapsulation? We get encapsulation that one queue. Oh, it's sick, right? Let's see what else we can do here. And then commit. Really? Tunnel is found with tunnel source. Set to SD1 interface. Okay, so we might have to figure out how to create an interface. So interface, let me question mark that, could be so I do not have a way. Let's go back and look at the configuration. Okay, is it under system? It looks like it's under system that you can create the interface, right? So let me modify. So let me see. Let's copy this information from an existing router. Let's go into the cEdge console. Right. I keep forgetting that it's under system that you have to create the what is it called? You have to associate VPN 0, right, under system, right? So if I'm to do a cEdge, right, I have to have a, let me find in the config, because I have it on the notepad, right? So I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Let me see. So under system, you have to have the cEdge name. So in our case, it's site 400. So I'm going to type that in. Let me share the screen, right? I think that's it, right? I'm going to select all and delete that. So what I'll do is I'm going to copy script that I have real quick. So under that, we're going to say system IP will become, because we got 10, 11, and 12. That would be 12. Site ID is 400, right? Let me zoom in so everybody can see. All right, everything else is normal. Okay, let's do that. We're going to copy that. Okay, we'll copy that, and then we'll go back to, all right, we'll paste this. Okay, so looking like you have to also do the tunnel interface, right, inside the system. Okay, it's not going to be VPN 0. The tunnel interface is VPN 0 on the cEdge. The tunnel interface is a tunnel interface on the cEdge. Okay, all right, let's see what happened here. I don't know how I got back all the way up there. Let's see. So show configuration, system IP, vbond, NTP server, and then okay. So under system, we gotta do the tunnel also. Interface, right? Is it interface? Tunnel? No. Why did the system not did I say host name? Okay, host name. We're gonna call it cEdge site 400. Would it take? At least it should, right? Then you're going back to this configuration. Okay. Oh. Commit. Uncommitted change found. Commit them? No. Okay, I know that's an issue, but show run system, maybe? I don't think it took. Because of that last configuration that, yeah, it didn't take. So we'll do it again. Config transaction. It's a bit different from the vEdge. The vEdge is pretty straightforward. Okay, perfect. Commit. Okay, it took. So we're gonna say host name, right? cEdge site 400. Okay, hopefully take that too. Okay, and then we'll commit that, and then I'm going to create a tunnel, I guess. Interface. Does it allow me, or it doesn't exist? It should be under interface tunnel. I'm not seeing that. It looks like it's outside the system, so we're back to configure transaction, top level, tunnel 1. That's not gonna take. It was screaming. What about under? Interesting. Let me see. Let me go back here. So let me try with the. Let me try to copy with the. Maybe it's case sensitive. Possibly. Let's see. That'll be interesting if that works. They need to fix that, right? So we're doing G1. Unless he wants me to. Oh. Number gigabit Ethernet 1. It looks like it's case sensitive. Something as oh, IP. Huh. Alright. Oh, it's 2 ends, right? Let's do this. Let me do a no shut. Paste. No. Alright, that took. Tunnel mode. SDWAN. No, we need a tunnel source, right? Tunnel mode SDWAN. Show configuration. No shutdown. IP on number gigabit 1 tunnel star. Okay, commit. Alright. Perfect. And then we're gonna go back into interface gigabit Ethernet 1. And then we're gonna do tunnel interface. Tunnel interface, right? Oh. No, it's under SD-WAN, I believe. I think it is. And then interface gigabit Ethernet 1. Tunnel interface. There's definitely something weird going on here. Allow service all, encapsulation IPsec, allow service BGP, allow service NTP, allow service netconf, allow server BFD, show configuration, allow service SSHD. We're gonna commit that. I think I got everything. Okay, now you took. All right. Now this is where we do. Let me see the route. I'm gonna do a show IP route because I need to know if there is a show IP route, right? Show IP interface brief, right? Show SDWAN. I think controller. I think it's SDWAN route, maybe OMP peer. There shouldn't be any right now because we still have to register to the validator, right? It would make sense to have. So let's do show SDWAN IP route. I think. Oh, it's not. Of course, not supported. Show SDWAN. Let me see what they have. IP. Okay, routes. It's not supported. It doesn't like that, but this command is not supported. It's okay. So we have a gateway. That's what that matters. We need to configure BGP. We have BGP on the other side. So what I'm gonna do is, well, EIGRP. So we have EIGRP over here on MPLS site, right? It should work because I can make it to one that oops, what is the validator? 192.168.1.11. That's who he is, right? I can ping that, right? That's all that matters. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the root certificate, right? And I'm thinking that we'll work the certificate trust in the next video. Okay, we got it so far. We have ICMP reachability or reachability, IP reachability between the cEdge and the 192.168.1.0. that will be your controllers. So the first step will be to register it to the vBond or the validator, and then later on add it to the manager, right? And then once that's done, we're gonna deploy. We're gonna send it to controllers from the manager, and then the smart will share the OMP routes, and then the edge will be able to build its data, its IPsec tunnel from 400 to headquarters and 200, and then we'll go on and build a device template for the edge site 400. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you next time.